Okay, people, this next build is just some more shelving, but I'm not going to be talking so much about the shelves themselves, although I will throw some pro tips in there, so keep your eyes open. This build is just some B-roll so I can talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart. That's M.O.H. Alrighty, today's message is brought to you by my second favorite thing to collect, M.O.H, aka Material on Hand and How to Manage It. This video is going to flex a little bit of my crap everywhere, and it's going to give you fellow hoarders some healthy tips for your hoarding. Now, M.O.H is my second favorite thing. First person to guess my number one favorite thing in the world, leave it in the comments. I'll make a build video of your choice. Now, I'm not talking about M.O.H that you just bought for a big project. That doesn't count. I'm talking about the random stuff that you've been holding on to for years and sometimes decades. Some people tend to call this stuff crap. My grandpa used to call it gym cracky.
Gym cracky.
Which is one level above literal crap. I prefer to think of it as swag. I think there are two sides to this coin of storage. Some people keep absolutely nothing whatsoever, and then the other group of people kind of keep everything they come across. And I land somewhere closer to the latter of that one. Everyone has their personal preference to where they sit on this spectrum between hoarding and minimalism, and I'm not telling you what to do here. I'm going to weigh in on the hoarding side of things, on what I will ironically call healthy hoarding. At the nice round age of 40, I've realized that time is more valuable than anything. As a wannabe hoarder, I hate throwing things out. But there's nothing more wasteful than all your precious time looking for those things that you know you have. You saved it because you saw it was valuable, but it's worthless to you now because you don't know where it is. All you craftsmen out there will agree on this analogy, that if our tool belts we carry are organized, we are more effective and we are faster. Now, M.O.H is the same exact way. Having material on hand for future projects is only as handy as the accessibility of that material. If you know you have something but you have no idea where it is, then you're too far gone. So here's 4 rules to live by for all you healthy hoarders out there to help you with all that lovely swag you've been building up. Rule number 1, build your storage, don't buy it. I mean, this is a maker channel, right? So we build everything we can. For an 8-foot long, 8-foot high, and 2-foot wide wood shelf system, it cost me $66. I dare you to try to find a shelf that's as big and as strong anywhere for $66. The second great thing about building your own is that you can completely customize it. You can tailor it to exactly your needs. All right, rule number 2. Someone wise once told me this. Any horizontal space will inevitably become a shelf. Okay, now try your best to avoid this. If you're stacking one thing on top of another, on top of another, on top of another, the bottom thing is not accessible. Therefore, you've wasted your precious time saving it. All right, number 3. Go through your crap. Take inventory of what you have. I can't tell you how many times I've bought something and then not much longer, I'll find what I was looking for. You might find some gems in there that you forgot were even there. Now, the last rule and the most important rule is what I call the empty shelf rule. And I don't mean the whole shelf, I just mean a portion of your shelf. If you have one blank space on your shelving, then you have a perfect shelf to crap ratio. Because when something new comes along, which it inevitably will, you need to store it, and then you will have the room If you don't have that empty shelf, you know where it's going. On the floor or on some other horizontal space that ends up becoming the shelf. Now here's my cycle of what happens to me. I get everything super organized and then life will hit me. Like for example, building a garage over the past 3 years. And there's just not enough time in the day for cleanliness. Here's what happens. You sacrifice that cleanliness for the sake of production. And I like to think of it as a tornado of productivity. But you need to check back in and reset yourself. Otherwise, your next project, you are not going to be as productive. And that's just a fact. So if you've got a tidal wave of stuff, take a step back and think through the value of what you would have if you could organize it all. That's all I'm saying to you. Be a healthy hoarder. That's all. Just build some dang shelves. I'm Mike Mayo, and I'm a healthy hoarder. Most of the time.
What is this thing?
Sorry, bring that over here.
What is this thing? What is this thing? What is this thing? What is this thing? Jackknife?
That's a it's a double neck nooser. and you gotta say, Jim cracking.
What is it?
That's a who's in the what's it.
Is that actually the name of it? Okay. And it was up with the end of it. I just saw Boomer take a really big yuki. The longest thing I've ever seen. It looked like a bunch of noodles.
Bye.